All right, folks, let's get this shit started. How's it going, everybody? It's Wednesday night at Chili Lime Brewery. That means it's Wayward Wednesday, Santa Fe's best open mic. Santa Fe's really only comedy open mic. Let's see, just a few little housekeeping things just right off the bat. We don't have a huge list tonight, but I think it's going to get longer, so we're going to do about 5 minutes maximum. When you see, oh God,
it's around. There's a light.
There's a light
Very bright.
that I will shine at you at 4 minutes. That means wrap it up, and we'll move on to the next comedian. I know that sometimes you don't really feel like that's enough time. But if you go over 5 minutes, what that really means is that you're actually encroaching on another comedian's time, okay? So let's try and be aware of that. The other thing too, please don't sign up your friend without them knowing on the list. That usually grinds the entire show to a dead halt. And if you have never done comedy before and you're in the audience and you get about 4 or 5 beers deep and you decide suddenly, hey, I can do that, tonight is not the night for you to do that, okay? Go home, write some jokes, and then come back, and then have a few beers and come up on stage, okay? My name is TJ Jones, but before we go any further, let's give it up for Chili Lime Brewery for your service over there, JP and Marissa. They put up with our shit every single week, and we love them for it, okay? Normally, I would tell you about shows that are coming up soon. I know we have a show at Tumbleroot coming up early June. I don't know the exact date. I have no idea of the lineup, but it is coming up. Please come to our Tumbleroot shows. They're a great time. It's very professional, you know. First Friday. I thought it was Saturday. Okay, so it's first Friday of every month. Let's see. Maybe I'll tell some jokes. What the hell? So I've been to prison. Don't really have. I don't know why I always tell people that. I feel like it's something I should tell them up front. You know, I've been to prison. I just turned 50, so I put that as the first line of my R-Time profile. You know, like, hey, my name is TJ Jones. I'm 50 years old, and I'm from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I've been to prison. And the second line is not jail, prison. The night I got arrested, there's a fun story. I was just driving in a car, along in a car, and it was late at night. I was with my friend, and we'd been in Phoenix earlier that day, and we'd been shopping in Phoenix, and we just crossed the state line. And we'd been shopping in Phoenix, and we had a little package in the car, you know, just a little package, only weighed like 2.2 pounds, you know. And the cops made such a big fucking deal about it. Oh my God. You would have thought it was the end of the world or something. What was really conflicting about that whole incident was that the woman that was in charge of the task force that arrested us was super hot. Oh my God. She was so fucking gorgeous. I had to go to court over and over again and see this woman, and I would just be sitting there at the defense table while she testified against me like this. She's so pretty. I wonder if she likes me. She doesn't. Esther will be up here later. Just imagine Esther with a machine gun. That's not, you know, she's a lot of people ask me, you know, people ask me all the time what it was like in prison, and usually I whip around on them really fast and go, what's with all the questions, man? See you in the shower, motherfucker. Prison was not really like that for me. It was very boring. I was sent to a minimum security prison for 2 years. People ask me all the time, though, like these kind of sideways questions, like, "Hey, when you were in prison, did you have to like join a gang, or did you have to do anything against your will?" You know what I mean? It's kind of like the sideways way of asking me if I'd been assaulted or something like that. And I was always like, "Nah, nothing like that ever happened." The only thing that I had to do in prison against my will was CrossFit. CrossFit, for those of you who don't know, is this thing that these two guys who escaped from hell came up with as an exercise program. One thing that getting thrown in prison really did for me was it did get me sober. I was a meth head for 12 years, and it did definitely straighten me out. I had to go through all this treatment, and I hated going through treatment, especially because they kept telling me that bullshit that you hear on treatment all the time, like addiction is a disease and you have no power over it. And I was always like, addiction is not a disease. It's just not. Lupus is a fucking disease. You can't go out all night doing too much lupus and then wake up in the morning like, oh, that was too much lupus. And I'm never doing lupus again. The other thing they kept telling me over and over again was that I had to find a higher power. And, I'm an atheist. That doesn't work for me. So, I was always like, I don't want to be a part of your weird sobriety cult. But I'm happy to say that, I never found a higher power, and it's been 10 years. I'm 10 years sober. Yeah, thanks. So fuck you, people that tried to help me. All right, we're gonna get this show started now. Coming up on the stage first is one of our regulars, and we still don't know his real name. It's Red Flag, everybody. Give it up for Red Flag. Come on. Hello, everyone. Hello.
No, thank you. Thank you for letting me come on here again. Every week, you people let me come up here and inflict my mental illness. I call comedy on you, so thank you for putting up with that. You're the real heroes, not the firefighters 30 miles away fighting a fire. You guys, you're my heroes. So, go home with that tonight. I just saw the wildest thing. It's not really a joke. It's the wildest thing. I was coming in through Cerritos, and there was a man. I was coming up on the green light, and everyone's slowing down, and I see a man just sitting. A man with tattoos all over him, like Danny Trejo, just sitting.
What's wrong with sitting?
Oh, he's in the middle of the street. The man is in the middle of the street, and I'm a nosy fuck. I pull out my phone to record. If you guys want to see the footage, hit me up after this. The man is sitting there, I'm recording, and a lady tells him, rolls down her window, "Get out the road, pendejo," the New Mexican lady accent. And the man, confident, he goes, "Shut up, bitch! Tell me, come here, tell me!" And I'm just in shock that really happened. The simulation's breaking, folks. Get ready for what's coming. The people of this town, I drive for a living, I drive a truck, so the people of this town, I see how bad they are of drivers. I'm sure you can agree. Except everyone here is good at driving, but the rest of this fucking town is not good. People in this town drive like they're Vin Diesel. Fast and Furious, they drive like they're Paul Walker. Got some Fast and Furious fans in here, okay. Okay, how many insoles does it take to screw in a light bulb? 4. Good guess. Trick question. They can't. They're just going to write a long manifesto on the internet why they can't screw it. Sometimes I try good jokes.
That was good. That was a good joke.
See, sometimes I try good. See, I throw a lot of bad ones, then I throw a good one.
Yeah. You got me off guard.
Yeah, gas is too high nowadays. Gas is so high. Doesn't it piss you off when you pull up to the gas station? It pisses me off. It's so high, it makes the strip club ATM fees look reasonable. Okay, I got my last one. Thank you for putting up with me. I have a buddy of mine. He pulled out his Tinder account, and he's like, "Bro, you gotta help me. I'm not getting no matches. Not matching with nobody. Not even the bots want me. What can I do?" He's not Italian. I don't know why he's not Italian, but it's funner that way. So I look at his profile. Okay, I'm like, let's look at your bio. Okay, you like to hike. Everyone does. You like to watch Friends. Who doesn't? You have a dog. That's nice. Oh, there it is. There's the problem. There's the problem. You see the problem? What? There. See, you're ugly. You're aesthetically challenged like me. See, you're playing the wrong game. You gotta stop. Okay, that's it. Thank you, folks.
Give it up for Red Flag, everybody. All right, you're a great crowd. Give it up for yourselves, just because comedians say that all the time. I can tell that you love yourselves a lot. Coming to the stage next is Mr. Jesse Lee, everybody.
You
get one of those really alarming emails, like out of nowhere? Like when you get a new phone and you try to get into your email and you can't remember your old passwords, you gotta reset it, and you get your other email, right? And what does it say? It looks like someone's trying to change your password. If that wasn't you, don't worry, just ignore this message. And how am I supposed to ignore that? Somebody's trying to hack my account. Am I supposed to leave everything up to Google at this point? Do they really know what's best for my email? Yeah, I guess you guys remember all your passwords. It doesn't relate to you. It's really frustrating to forget a password, okay? Just a warning. Take your ginkgo against. This isn't going to win me any points in Santa Fe, but I can't stand astrology, okay? If you're into astrology, I'm sorry you didn't grow up with a proper education, okay? I know, shots fired. Listen, but it's kind of a play, right? Like, okay, I was born December 29th. That makes me a Capricorn, which I know means I'm skeptical and I hate being pigeonholed into categories against my own control, right? Yeah, I get it. Typical Capricorn. But everyone into astrology always comes up to me and says, hey, I bet you're a Sagittarius. I'm like, you're full of shit, I'm a Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn wins again. Or whatever. I mean, the zodiac's cool and all, shapes in the sky. I like stars, that's all cool. But I feel like 10 of them, I mean, it's called the zodiac system. 10 of them are like animals of some sort. But like 2 of them are like they ran out of ideas and just had to make shit up. Like one of them's Libra, right? It's a pair of scales. It tells a story, but it's literally not a zodiac. And the other one's like the water boy or something. It's nothing. They literally looked at the sky and said, it looks like water, I guess. We'll just name this part of the year water. Here's the kicker though. Over time, technically, the constellations change in the sky. And where we are at now, on December 29th, the sun is actually facing Sagittarius. So all you quacks are fucking right, okay? You nailed it. You nailed it better than you knew. That's a terrible name. Is that a Capricorn thing?
I think so.
I think that's an alcoholic one. Thank God. Oh, anybody here have a nickname? Anybody here go by nicknames? No nicknames? No nicknames. No nicknames. I don't like any of you. DJ, what's your nickname? Kool-Aid. That seems. Are we part of a cult, or did you start a cult? Or, no? Oh, well, I'll let you get into that later. I feel like nicknames are best when you come up with them and people around you laugh, and then halfway through go, oh. Like I knew this guy in Chicago as his roommate. He had this habit of telling a story and being so drunk, reminded him of another story that would remind him of the first story. And he'd go in loops like this. His name was Pete. So I called him Repeat. Exactly. And so you all did. He was old, drunk, and senile. It's funny. All right, thank you, everyone.
All right.
Give it up for Jesse Lee, everybody. Coming to the stage next is another one of our regulars, is Mr. Josh Wells, everybody. Give it up for Josh Wells. Come on, let's hear it. Thank you. How's everyone doing tonight? You doing good? Oh, that's just great to hear. So, basically, I've been trying to be more honest with people. Something I'm working on. Yes, it's difficult. Yes. A couple months ago, back in March, it was around Easter time, this old woman walked up to me and she said, "Happy Easter, young man. and I said, I'm glad he's dead. Shut that shit down. So I do this thing. It's gross. I chew my fingernails. Well, a lot of people chew their fingernails. That's not too weird. But I make it weird because I rip off an entire fingernail. That's right. And then I stab it into my canker sores. Yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why? Why the fuck do you do that? Why do you do that? It's because when I was a kid, my uncle chained me to a radiator and poked my canker sores with his switchblade. No, just kidding. It was my dad. So at I don't know if you guys knew this, at Chick-fil-A, if you work there, you can call in sick, of course. But you have another option. You call in gay. Hi, Chick-fil-A. Praise Jesus. Oh, hey, Josh. How's it going? Oh no. You feeling a little gay? Yeah, you sound like it. Well, we don't want you coming in. Don't want you spreading around. Okay. All right. Have a good night, homo. So, all right, so we've been having fun, but I think I'm going to bring it down with a true story. It's kind of serious. When I was 10 years old, I was traumatized by a priest when he got some new kid that wasn't nearly as hot as me. I was a good-looking kid. Okay. You would fuck me. If you're a pedophile, obviously. I was a fuckable kid. So follow me on this. Women should be paid less than men. Women shouldn't be allowed to vote. These are a few of my mantras I use to induce an erection. So birthdays are weird. Birthdays are fucking awkward, right? When we were little kids, it was like this big thing. You get together and have your birthday. Now that we're older, you still have that. So you wake up in the morning and you're just like, me, you have a birthday jerk off, me. You might do that. I do that. Well, I bought my friend a fleshlight for his birthday. Yeah. Hey, Bill. Remember when you asked me for a flashlight to read with when you're camping? Well, you can fuck this one. Yeah. Doesn't even need batteries. Yeah. You don't even need to read, honestly. So, all right. Have a good night, y'all.
Give it up for Josh Wells, everybody. So far, best line of the night. These are the things I say to induce an erection. Okay, that was awesome. Okay, so coming to the stage next, it's one of my favorite people. Recently I just started smoking pot again, and it gave me a totally new appreciation for his brand of comedy. It's Mr. Ryan Wallace, everybody.
Way to get me fired, TJ. Yeah. That's not true at all. This is just YouTube fixed. You think Richard Pryor was a dead prior to being a comedian? I got some jokes here. I'm like I see a lot of yellow shirt people out here. 3 people wearing yellow shirts. Oh no, wait, 4. He's got a sweater. You guys forgot the ultimate rule. Keep it mellow. Yellow mellow. All right. Okay. I hate when I say things wrong. Like at the end of the conversation, someone will say like, "Yeah, later," I'll say, "Have a good rest of your days." Because you never know when you might not see the last one. It's a good wish. Okay. I get mad at people who use Axe body wash, and I ultimately tell them I use body wash to chopping my wood. For chopping my wood. Foil apparently is not a good thing to help start a garden, because it does not help start good foliage. I fucked that one up. All right. This is a new one. Get ready for it. My girlfriend said, "Hey, you can tell a good watermelon if you search for a soft spot." And so I show watermelons pictures of puppies all the time. All right. That kind of works. Someone asked me what the root word of scam was, and I said birth. All right. This is possibly the last one. I like pills that are capsized. You know why? Because they are easily sinkable. All right. Thank you.
Give it up for Ryan Wallace, everybody. I noticed there's a lot of people. They're not really focused. I wanted to do something right now and bring the crowd together. Okay. So what I want everybody to do, okay, is close your eyes for a second. Don't worry, nothing bad will happen. Just close your eyes and lift your arms up over your head. Okay, come on. Yep. And when I count to 3, I want you to show me sparkle hands. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Put your fucking arms in. You look ridiculous. I can't believe I got everybody to do that shit. I took a picture of y'all. Okay, coming to the stage next is one of our favorites here at Wayward Comedy. It's Lucas Corbata, everybody.
Hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Is it like good? Give a hand to all the comics tonight. It takes balls to get on stage. It does. In my case, they're tucked. But I will tell you, inflation has hit everything except my tits. They're on back order from China. They're sitting in a shipping container in San Francisco. They are. We found a friend with a belt around his neck and a dildo up his ass. We did, but at least we know his last few minutes were enjoyable. They say enjoy life. Okay, so I went down in history. I went down in history. Well, really, to be honest, it was geography class when I first fingered a girl. And that's when I found out I was not interested in girls, but at least I knew the location. It was just the wrong demographic. Oh, good, I'm glad you guys got that joke, because I said it to somebody earlier and he didn't get it, but the fucker was also stoned. Yeah, you can be. He was stoned and probably roofied. I have not mixed of May, although I did go down on him several times. I hope he felt it. I worry about first dates. I worry about first dates that they'll go running, screaming out of the park because I was hiding behind the bushes. Whatever. Who gives a shit? I am enthralled with Johnny Depp. And Amber Heard's trial. I've been in tumultuous relationships too, and I have been slapped a time or 10 times. I have been slapped, although I was on my knees and I was asking for it. I was on all fours. What can I say? It was good. I was saying, "Daddy, don't stop." And porn these days gives young people unrealistic ideas. It really does.
Yeah.
A plumber does not clean your pipes that fast.
Yeah.
And he does not clean the boiler either. Oh, fuck. You know, my neighbor came over and he said, Lucas, you're a comedian. Tell us a joke. I said, Mr. Romano, you're a plumber. I don't ask you to plug your snake and unplug my pipes for free. You gotta pay to see the fucking show. Now he pays to see the show every Wednesday night after this show. Although it's just he and I, he's the one that slaps me. And I never want to get old. I never want to be old with an old man's cock. That doesn't work. Otherwise, just turn me into Caitlyn Jenner. Just turn me into Caitlyn Jenner, that's fine. I'll run for the governor's office too. In my heels and suck him off. Oh, lobby slobby. Okay, so this really did happen. I was visiting the family farm about 4 years ago, and I was doing sit-ups on the fence. I was doing sit-ups on the fence, and I was feeding the horse apples. But when I ran out of apples, the bitch tried biting my balls. She did. I said, I'm never feeding you apples again. And then my dad said, get on her, get on her. So I got on her, the bitch threw me off. I think she's just homophobic. She was trying to turn me into Caitlyn Jenner. Very soon. You know what I learned is I will ride men because it's a shorter fall from the bed to the floor than it is from the horse to the ground. Whatever, I don't care. That joke didn't go down. It's okay. Babies for Biden. I will never ever bitch about women breastfeeding in public again. It's not like I'm going to suck on their tit or want it anyway. Gays don't want that. Okay, so I rehearse stand-up comedy at home. Usually I'm sucking a dick, but guess what? I'm used to having foreign objects near or in my mouth. That joke goes down better in Puerto Vallarta. I just did 9 shows in Puerto Vallarta. One of those shows was for all gay men on a nude beach, and they were all naked. They were all naked. One of them said, don't you feel exposed and vulnerable? I said, well, I've got a mic and a mic stand between my legs, so you don't know how hung I am. These are all new jokes. Okay, so I learned, if a man pats you 3 times, it means, I'm not gay. If he pats you once and keeps rubbing, he's definitely gay. Okay, so they're giving me the light, but okay, so if a bitch snorts coke, if a bitch blows, okay, here's the thing, I learned this. If a bitch blows her nose, you know she's not addicted to cocaine, but if she keeps snorting her nose, okay, so whatever. That joke did not go down very well. It's fine. But so before I end, because they've given me the light, I've only got like 1 minute left. But so this week on Friday, I turn 41. Thank you. I know I don't look 41. It's all the semen I've taken on my face. Some people call it facials. I call it baby showers. Whatever. So I turned 41 this week, and the first time I got drunk, this is an anniversary, 20-year anniversary. I waited 21 years. When I was 21, I got drunk for the first time. I smoked weed for the first time. I did cocaine and freebase for the first time. All in the same period of 3 days. So it's a very happy anniversary. It's a good thing I'm still alive. And I'm not dead in a bathhouse in Puerto Vallarta, because God knows I did some very good stuff down there. Okay, so now here's the thing. Now I'm turning 41, and now I'm breaking out with pimples. My balls are dropping, and the doctors prescribed me Adderall. And I thought, what the fuck? This should have happened to me while I was going through puberty, not while I'm going through a midlife crisis. Isn't that the truth? My name is Lucas Bravada. Thank you so much for a wonderful evening in Santa Fe.
Give it up for Lucas Bravada, everybody. I'm straight, but I like to watch gay porn and jerk off because I like the challenge. Coming to the stage next is Mr. Sean Boobin, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Good to be with you. My name is Sean. So I'm really into MMA. Yeah. Methoxymethylamphetamine. Designer drug. I'm kidding. I can never score stimulants because I bother the shit out of speed dealers. I'll be sending them videos I find funny, but they deem incriminating. Like me on a piano going, "You got amphetamines. You got amphetamines." My favorite place is Joshua Tree National Park. I'm a big fan. I'm also quite fond of the species of tree for which it's named. Those trippy cactus palms with the flailing limbs that the Mormon pioneers thought resembled Joshua, praying to God. Joshua Tree is a pretty weird name. Still the most normal name ever given to anything by a Mormon. You know there's jealous Mormons out there that are like, "Oh, so we can name a tree Josh, but I have to be Brigham." My dream is to become the goofy spokesman for the National Park Service. Like every visitor center you go to, the orientation video is hosted by me. Like, "Hey folks, Sean Lubin here with some who-dos and who-don'ts for a fun and safe stay here at Bryce Camp." Here at Grand Teton National Park, we practice leave no trace principles, including proper disposal of your strangled fiance. Rest in peace, Gabby. You guys know what base jumping is? You jump off a cliff with a parachute? That takes a lot of guts, but I think the bravest people in the world are the ones who wear squirrel suits. Have you seen that? I believe they're called furries. That's courage. I am 33 years old, the same age Jesus was when he never existed. As both an atheist and a hippie, I know that the proper place for a Bible is in the recycling. Paper waste. They call me the Dark Knight on stage because I'll make a Christian Bale. I am a pacifist. I believe in the words of Mahatma Gandhi that an eye for an eye makes the whole world Jews. And that, my dad is a Jew. My dad is a Messianic Jew. A Jew for Jesus. Yeah, if you thought regular Jews were annoying, holy shit. They say dog owners eventually begin to resemble their dogs, which I think was the case with Bradley Noel, the late singer and guitarist of Sublime. Some of you may know he had that Dalmatian, and towards the end, Brad himself was covered in spots. Needle tracks. I'm from Los Angeles. My Dodgers lost the National League Championship Series last year. Did anyone see how many men they left on base? I haven't seen that many runners stranded since the Boston Marathon bombing. Stranded runners. Does anyone here remember the nickname of Hall of Fame pitcher Randy Johnson? The Big Unit, because he was 6'10" and had a huge apartment. Square feet. I never got to be a starting pitcher, but thanks to polyamory, I am in a 5-man rotation. So, works for me. Do you know who retired with exactly 3,000 hits? My acid dealer, that son of a bitch. I wanted those 30 sheets. I smoke weed. There's 2 principal compounds in marijuana, THC and CBD. Now, THC is the more recreational, stony one, but CBD is proven to be a miracle drug. It's been shown actually to relieve the symptoms of autism, Alzheimer's, and schizophrenia, which is great because THC temporarily gives you autism, Alzheimer's, and schizophrenia. Still though, I think it's ridiculous how marijuana gets thrown together with all those harder drugs in my center console. better stash spot. You guys have been fun. I'm Sean Luber. Thank you very much.
So good. Thank you so much. Give it up for Sean Rubin, everybody. Coming to the stage next is one of the founders of Wayward Comedy. We love him, you know him. It's Nick Pelton, everybody.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Chili Line. Boy, this has been so funny tonight. I was gonna write a funny set tonight, but instead I ran into a bunch of bullshit. So you guys are gonna have to hear about that instead. Do we have any idiots in the audience tonight? Yes. Okay. Thank God. Oh, the results are in. I'm officially an idiot. Thoroughbred, 23andMe verified idiot. And when you're an idiot, the worst thing is going to a mechanic. It's just the most embarrassing, mortifying experience. You have no idea what they're talking about. Oh, you know, your radiator got decoupled from your fuel injector. So couple them. You know, what's that fucking got to do with me? I can never afford whatever it is. But the worst part is it's somehow always my fault. You know, like I'm like, I don't know, the engine just stopped working. Well, sir, we found a child's bike twisted up in the wheel lodge there. Oh, yeah, there was that. We don't need to get the law involved here. That kid was a real jumper, you know. Or it's like even like it's like going to the principal's office. They're like, come with me, sir. How can I put this to you? Your car is not a menorah. It's not Hanukkah, and you're not even Jewish. You can't go 8 years without changing your oil. I'm like, oh, now we talk. So anyway, the point of the preface here is that my car broke down today. I was on my way to work. Yeah, true, it really did. I was heading up a hill. I was jamming to my music. All the lights on my dashboard were flashing at me like I was in a rave. I was having a fucking blast. And all of a sudden, right there at the top of the hill, just breaks down. Boom! I get what I call a dashboard bingo, where I get all the lights at once and then a little skull comes up. So there's my car up there. I try starting it. It won't do it. So what does any idiot do? They look in the engine, right? Open up the hood and they say, okay. As if there's going to be an arrow. Like, here it is. Or like a raccoon's biting the battery or something like that. Get out of here. Now it works. So, of course, there's nothing like that. And I stand out there for like 30 minutes looking at it. You can tell I'm a little burnt. And I'm looking at it. It's a really nice area. I'm looking out at all these nice houses with good people who make good decisions and keep their cars. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't want to take this to the mechanic. I know what I'll do. I'll just push this off the cliff into the arroyo, and then I'll join a monastery. That's a piece of cake. I'll just do that. I don't have to go to the mechanic. I'll just cut myself off from society instead. But I break down, call look, the other way. I decided to call a tow truck. And then luckily for me, most of my friends are comedians, so that means most of my friends are unemployed. So literally the first one on the first ring answers, hey, what's going on? Give it up for Phil Johnson, everyone. Right there, picked me up there today. Promised him a hot meal and a tetanus shot. He said, I'll be right there. With this little rickshaw and all. We go down to the mechanic, I drop it off there. And then I get the worst phone call of all. It was the most embarrassing phone call that I could possibly get. They were like, good news, Nick. It's already fixed. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. They're like, yeah, it was the simplest thing in the world. It turns out, he explained it to me like this. The engine has two parts, the engine and the tube. And the tube had come apart, just like. So literally, like, if I was a 4-year-old kid looking in that engine, I could have figured it out up on that hill. All you had to do was put the tube back in the tube. That was it. It's like the dumbest possible. I'm like, are you sure you can't just charge me a little more and we'll call it a bigger problem? You know what I mean? Maybe double the price and we'll say that it's my transmission. But no, I was trying to think of the equivalent mistake, the equivalent technological mistake, and the best example I can come up with is that I call a technician over because I think my TV's not working. And he's like, oh, your TV's actually that way. You're just looking the wrong direction. That's my closest analogy. Anyway, that's what I really did today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Chili. Thank you, Phil Johnson, for picking me up.
Give it up for Nick Pelton, everybody. You are a great crowd tonight, everybody. Guess what? It's my favorite thing that happens at Wayward Wednesday. We've got a first timer, okay? So, a first timer, that's right. So give it up for Nisar Baski. Sorry.
How's everybody doing tonight? All right. So my name is Nisar Bakshi, or as my middle school bully called me, Juice Rag Butt Cheek. Hurtful, but creative. It's okay. I'm in therapy now. So I'm actually just visiting here. This is my first time in Santa Fe. Pretty cool place. I gotta ask, do you guys have Costco here? No Costco. Oh, you guys are Sam's Club people. I gotta go. Oh, sorry. Well, Costco and Sam's Club are pretty similar, so I think they might have this too. But yeah, I went to Costco recently, and they were selling this massage chair. This massage chair was $6,000. It was on sale from $8,000. It's called the Rocket Ship, and I think it's because it fits you. Your desired speed and intensity. If I spent $6,000 on a massage chair, I'd be pretty upset if it didn't fit me. I think it whispers in your ear. You're better than everyone. Dad's butthole is perfect. Unrelated. I hope Zoom never goes away. You guys like Zoom? Yeah, sort of mixed reviews. I like Zoom because I'm not that tall, right? I'm like 5'8", 5'9", and everyone looks the same on video. It finally puts an end to height privilege in the workplace. Yeah, you're right. That was good. No, I was on Zoom a lot in 2020. I was finishing up my last year of medical school. And this guy's like, I called it. I started my job as a physician right at the beginning of 2020, which is crazy. There's no vaccine, no treatment. It'd be sort of like if I showed up to the Russia-Ukraine border now with like a Nerf gun and a dildo. That's it. I wasn't useful to anyone. I was just getting delayed. It was crazy. Part of what was crazy was when I started my job, everybody was wearing N95s. So I didn't see anybody's face. All I saw was top halves. I didn't see anybody's bottom half. I learned a valuable lesson. You can never predict a chin. You can never predict a chin. And when they drop their mask, you can't look over and act surprised, right? You gotta play it cool. That's what you look like. I've been hitting on you for 3 months. Yeah, I know, it was an investment. My specialty is actually in pediatrics. It's like barely a real specialty. We use the term sniffles as an official diagnosis. But I have a confession to make. I use Google all the time. I do. There's a lot I don't know, and I don't want to tell a patient the wrong thing, But the tricky part is I have to stall for time when I'm scrolling through the results. So that's usually when I tell the mom how cute their kid is. It gives me a little bit of time to start playing with them, do their oohs and ahs. But here's the reality, all right? Not all kids are cute. That's my job. I'm a pediatrician. I professionally judge children. It's a bell curve, right? There's plenty of 1s and 2s crawling around. You guys are probably thinking about one right now, right? Square head and shoulder hair. And here's the thing, right? It's no fashion industry. There's nothing that determines that. It's just biology. It's how we're wired. There's no baby Vogue. But I kind of wish there was. Can you imagine the next season of To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen? It's just the seedy New York City stand. Just old men flipping through heavily photoshopped toddlers. These beauty standards are so unrealistic. Thank you so much, guys.
Actually, everybody. Just so you know, everybody, the light doesn't mean that you have to run off stage. You still have 1 minute. But, okay, maybe I wasn't clear about that earlier. But anyway, coming to the stage next, it's Wayward Comedy's prodigal son, Sully Garfield. I missed him so much.
Thank you. Hello, I hope everyone's doing doing well? If not, tough shit. Take another swig. All right. Oh, that's okay. Someone get her another swig. So, yeah, last time I was here, it was pretty fucking rough. Coming off the top of my noggin, and my older brother Justin, who came to see it, who's one of my biggest supporters, afterwards was like, "Bro, I love you." That was fucking rough, dude. That was hard to watch. I actually took a step out. I don't know if you noticed. I didn't notice. He actually did take a step out. And what fucking sucks about that is I had to go, like, I go out in front of you guys, I go home, never have to see you again if I don't want to, right? I had to see him when I got home. For 23 straight minutes, I almost timed it. He would not make eye contact with me. I had to start looking at him like this just to get his attention. But yeah, that was fun. So that's the thing about not coming prepared with written stuff. You can either soar like an eagle or crash like a plane into the Hudson. And this Sully clearly did not land it. All 155 people crashed and perished with me. You guys like that one? I did research for that one. Yeah. I wanted to make sure I had the right amount of people. I'm like 1549. That's the fun thing about my name, though, is people have this like predetermined association with it, right? That, for example, Chesley Sullenberger, which makes total fucking sense why they call him Sully. Could you imagine watching that on the TV and they're like, Captain Chesley Sullenberger, playing the Hudson successfully? I'd be like, fucking you. Whatever. Yeah, fuck yeah, they call him Captain Sully. That's just good. But yeah, when I meet some people, they'll be like, oh, Sully, like the pilot. No. Not like the pilot. One, my name isn't fucking Chesley. And two, not a fucking pilot. So, no, but yeah, besides that, yeah, just like the pilot song. Another one, and you older folks might not get this one. It's a reference with Monsters, Inc., and I'll just explain it for you old folks. You and I are the same brother. It's actually really refreshing to see someone who is older than me still know that. It makes me feel like I'm in the cool kids club.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah, Billy Crystal's in there too, yeah. But the main character, this big blue and purple fluffy monster named Sully, is the main character, one of them. And he is referred to as Kitty. Now, while I am not a big purple and blue furry monster, my name is Sully. I do have the last name Garfield. And though I am not a kitty, I do eat it pretty well. Finally, the last one I get to. So the last one I get kind of frequently if people just either don't know who Chesley Sullenberger is, or Mr. Sully from Monsters, Inc., then I'll get something like, oh, Sullivan, are you Irish? Do I look like I eat fucking potatoes and get drunk at 1 in the afternoon? No! Don't answer it. Don't answer that. I won't answer it. It's rhetorical. But, you know, I do take it only because being an Irish white is being better than whatever white I am. I'm like the maybe he's racist white. Which actually reminds me of a club I used to be in. Don't worry, it wasn't like a racist club or anything. It was like National Dance Institute with like figures. I went there for about a year. And about halfway through, they were like, we want to offer you this part. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool, my own part, right? So I practiced and I practiced and I practiced, and finally the date comes, right? And it never occurred to me to ask what my part was, who I was playing. And so I just know when I'm supposed to go out, and I'm getting ready, and I hear the announcer doing his thing, I get my cue and I go out there, my little white ass running around, right? Such a blonde boy haircut. And you hear the announcer and the big speakers go, Stevie Wonder! Ooh, right? Yeah. I was like 7, so you can't hold it against me. I was technically forced against my will into like borderline blackface. Again, I was 7, not my fault. Okay? Besides, they should have gotten me for Louis Armstrong because at least I can kind of sing like him.
I see trees.
All right, thank you guys. My name is Soul.
Thanks, buddy. Give it up for Sully Garfield, everybody. Coming to the stage next, it's everybody's favorite DJ, your boy Reflex. Felix Cordova, everybody. There you go. Put this drink down.
Hey, welcome everyone here. I'm Iron Mike Tyson. Okay. Welcome to my telethon. You understand? There's all kinds of fires going on around Mexico, and it might affect Santa Fe tourism. Okay, so I don't want that to happen. So me and my celebrity friends, we're coming here today to make sure that Santa Fe gets all the notoriety and that people come and support Santa Fe. Because it's a tough town, I learned to box here. I learned to box over there at the Boys Club, the Boys and Girls Club. Although when I was there, it was just the Boys Club. We didn't like girls. We just like to beat them.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I want to tell you about Santa Fe. Santa Fe is awesome. We got these little rocks here. They call them, they're turquoise. Turquoise, it's not a white lady thing anymore, like you can get turquoise, you can make a necklace, you can get some studs in your ears. If you're fortunate enough to win a championship, you can make a belt there. And there's all these other things called adobe. You know what adobes are? It's pretty much just mud. We make houses out of mud here. It's fucking incredible. You should check it out. But if you don't believe me, you should ask my friend Marshall Mathers. Eminem's coming. Tell him how you feel about Santa Fe, Eminem. Yeah! Go down to Tomasitas, eating stuffed sopapeas, covered in red jelly, you feel me? Go down to Horseman's Haven, my butthole's misbehaving. I can't feel my colon right now. Orange. Santa Fe has no storage. I'm waiting in line to store my futon. Yeah, that was incredible. We also have Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's here. He's answering phones. Why don't you go down to the phones, Arnold?
Yeah, I love burritos. I love eating burritos, all kinds of burritos. I tell them, go put this red chili or green chili. I want both chilies. I wish they had chilies of different colors, like purple and the green and red, all the colors. Chili's amazing.
Yeah, those burritos are good. You got some people that came from the dead too. They're here. They came back from the dead to show Santa Fe some support. Like Sean Connery.
I rose from the dead so I can kill the Meow Wolf. Have you heard of this Meow Wolf? It was started by some fun-loving artist and it turned into a heartless bitch corporation. So I thought I'd go in there to kill the Meow Wolf, but I've been dead for so long I couldn't get vaccinated. Fucking A. But I'm not the only one who came from the dead. I brought Chicano Marlon Brando with me. Tell them Chicano Marlon Brando.
Chingao. What can I do to deserve this disrespecto on this the day of my daughter's quinceañera? You know, if you came to me as a carnal, and I'd be your carnal, and then your jodidos would become my jodidos, and we would handle that. But no, you come to me.
Fuck am I doing? Let's get to disrespect. Sorry. I didn't rehearse any of this shit. I'm just trying to train on my voices. Little Ski Santa Fe jingle. I know homie did it, but I was planning on doing it before him. So. I see clouds of blue and mountains of white. Let's go ski some hills tonight. And I think to myself, let's go to Ski Santa Fe. That's it. I'm your boy Reflex. Thank you, motherfuckers. Next time I'll write something.
Thanks for going, Reflex. Felix Cordero, everybody. Okay, coming to the stage next is actually, I'm his boss at work 9 to 5 every day, so he better be fucking funny. Tomas Camildo, everybody.
Two goddamn houses. In a fucking row. Hi guys. I'm stupid. I know I'm stupid because Creed plays through my head every day. You know what song? With arms wide open. I got reaffirmed that I was stupid. I went on a date a while ago, and the date went. It was off a Hinge, and on her profile she said she was queer. And I was like, that's interesting. You're going on a date with the most straightest human being you could possibly look at. I'm wearing plaid with a backwards hat. You can't really get much more than that. No, but we were on a date, right? And she was saying that she was queer. And I was like, oh, is that like a weekend thing? Or I don't know what it means, you know, I'm stupid. But I've been trying to be more open with LGBTQ sort of stuff, you know, like, and by the way, if you're wondering if I'm gonna get any higher energy, no. This is all you get. I like it that the people in the back over there are talking a lot, though. Hey! 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 Hi! Shut up. Anyways, I'm sorry, guys. I had to do it. So yeah, where was I? Being stupid. It's fun. No, so I was on that date, and honestly, let me just tell you this, guys. Like, I have a very punchable face. I mean, if you look at me, like, probably some of you here are like, hey, that guy looks like he needs an ass whooping. You'd be right, but I won't allow it. No, a lot of people have tried to punch my face. I'll tell you some stories about that. There was this one time I was at Evangelos. Have you ever been there? That's just like the greatest human population that you can possibly get. Evangelos just got the primo kind of shit that you want. I was there, right, and I wanted to play pool. This guy had been hogging the table for an hour or something, and I was waiting and had some friends with me. So eventually I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something about this. I went up to him and I was like, hey, sir, very politely. I was like, hey, he was wearing a Lakers jersey, and that's a key point to this. I went up to him and I was very politely, I was like, hey, sir, could you please move? I would like to play pool. And he looked me dead in the eye and said, do you want to die? To which I quickly responded, no. I want to play pool. As the conversation went, he said that he had a gun. To which I said, that's cool. Can I still play pool? eventually the conversation didn't go anywhere, obviously. He didn't kill me. I mean, I'm standing here. But, it worked out, you know, he left. And I played pool, and life was good. I don't know where the punchline was in that, but we're going to move on from that one. Thank you. It's very nice of you. This other time, I was at a house party, right? And similar sort of situation. And I don't know what was going on really. This guy was, thank you, TJ. That means 1 minute, by the way. I was at this party and this guy, I don't even know what was going on. Like he was hitting on this girl that was with my friend, and he started macking on her. I wasn't doing anything. It was a Super Bowl party and he was the only Patriots fan there. So obviously he sucked. So I went into this party and I was outside, I was smoking a cigarette, and the guy came up to me and was like, "Hey, I don't like your eyes." To which I said, "Then don't look at them." And he pushed me off a balcony. And as I was falling off said balcony, the only thing I could think was, I have to fight this guy. And so I got up, I jumped up. This was like some Spider-Man shit too. Like it was pretty fucking cool. Thinking back on it, I was also drunk as shit, so it probably wasn't as cool as I thought it was. But I jumped over the balcony and I fought and I won. And you know, hail Christ or whatever. I don't know. All I could remember while I was fighting this guy was, man, this guy has the weirdest fucking mustache I've ever seen. Anyways, that's all I got, guys. My name's Have a great night.
Give it up for my man Tomas Capildo, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? You doing good? Yeah? Let's try a little audience participation thing. When I say hey, you say ho. Hey. Hey. When I say hi, you say low. Hi. Hi. That's great, but that's basically how Trump got elected. You got to start thinking for yourself, all right? Coming to the stage next is Mr. Archie Gibson, everybody.
Thanks very much, everyone. All right, I'm going to be different right away on this now. I'm old. And I earned it. All right, so my first time here was last week, and I'm glad it was this place. I stopped by mistake at a wrong pizza place. It's called, I think it's Equine Pizza or something. It's just down the street up there on Guadalupe. So I don't know if they said horse meat or what it was. I'm glad it was this place. But anyhow, as I've came here from the east, it's been a lot of adapting. I'm really getting to like the food a lot, especially that little bottle of red stuff that, what is it, Cholula sauce? Yeah. With a wooden knob on it, and it's got that picture of Selma Hayek on the label there. Yeah, that stuff's really good. So I've been eating a lot of that stuff. But I'm the guy that has that old 1934 truck out there. So I'm actually traveling cross country. I live in it. It's also my darkroom. I do vintage photography. And I get some weird responses and weird questions from people all over the country about it. I was in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and pulled up to a gas pump. Now, I came off the expressway, pulled up, started pumping gas, and this guy was pumping gas right next to me. He comes over and goes, "God, this is incredible. Does it run?" I go, "Yeah, dude, I just fucking drove up here." "Of course it runs." "Did you put gas in it?" "No, it takes whale oil." And then I think probably the weirdest response I got was from somebody. He goes, "What year is this?" I said, 1934. He goes, "Are you the original owner?" All right, let's do the math here. 1934. Let's say I was 20 when I bought the damn thing. That would make me 108. I said, "Yeah, Dad bought it for me right after I got home from World War I." Pretty crazy. But I haven't always had cool vehicles. I mean, I've had some, but this is absolutely the coolest. But when I was in high school, I had, I begged for a car. My parents couldn't afford it. I finally got a scooter. So here I was ripping around town back in the 80s in my Duran Duran haircut and my, 70s clothes on, and I started hitting the bars. I was hungry like the wolf, I guess. But, I thought, all right, I got my freedom, got my scooter. gonna go out and find me some chicks, right? So I met this girl at a bar once, and I was real shy. I was a couple seats from her. Finally, I worked my courage up, got up close to her, and we started talking. I could see things were moving along. We were doing pretty good together, actually. You know, the music was cranking, and I could sense that she was, you know, really starting to like me. And then she says to me, she goes, "Want to go someplace a little more quiet? Maybe we'll go back to my place." Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. And she goes, "Well, I gotta warn you though." She says, "I'm on my menstrual cycle." I said, "That's all right. I'll follow you with my Honda." No, I didn't get any of that. All right. But I don't keep in touch with too many people from my hometown. I had this one guy from high school. We were sort of texting back and forth, and I didn't hear from him for quite a while. And finally, he sent me a text. He says, "Sorry, I've been out of touch, dude." He says, "I found out I got narcolepsy." And I thought, you know, you're fucking dead people. I don't have nothing to do with it. So I friended him right away. But, one of the things I did find out was that my favorite uncle died, my Uncle Sam. So he was a great guy. He had really bad eyesight. I mean, his eyesight was so bad he actually had a prescription windshield. That's how bad it was. He'd go to the optometrist. They didn't bother checking him. They just counted his eyes. He was a great cook. And my Uncle Sam D'Angelo, his last name was. I'm Italian on my mom's side. And he was a great cook. So he decided he was going to open a restaurant. And it was going to be named D'Angelo's. The sauce was fantastic. We thought, all right, you know, this is a no-brainer. You can't lose. Well, anyhow, he hooked up with this woman, and she got her hooks into him. And, you know, you could tell he just wasn't the same guy. And the family all knew that, you know, this woman was really trying to take him for a ride. Her name was Ella. We all hated Ella. Well, anyhow, come opening day, and he had the big unveiling, took the name off the sign. You know, we were all expecting to say D'Angelo's. Instead, well, nobody wanted to go to a restaurant named Sam and Ellis. All right, folks, that's all I got. Thanks a lot.
Give it up for RJ Gibson, everybody. Well, coming to the stage next, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite comedians. His stuff is so smart and so funny. It's Mr. Million Yanovich, everybody.
Dude, even with the hat on, when that guy was like, "I used to have Duran hair," I was like, "Yeah, you did." Like, sure, 100% that dude had Duran hair. Hey guys, gas is 420. Woo, we did it. All right. We won. I think I need to go back to therapy. I'm addicted to rage. Rage is hands down my favorite emotion out of all of them. It's the best one. Because it makes me feel smart or like stronger than I actually am. You know, like in real life. Like if I'm just like pissed off about something, you're like stuck in traffic behind somebody, and you just start fucking yelling. Like it makes you feel in control again. And not a lot of, like my last shrink was telling me how I need to cut back on rage. And the worst part about therapy is it does make you like catch yourself as you're doing the shitty behavior, and you start analyzing it. It's like it becomes like decaf rage. You know, like my shrink tells me it's better for me, like this other shit's gonna kill me, but like what's the point? You know, like really, like at the end of the day, should I just become vegan and start like volunteering my time? Like is that where this is all leading? I don't know, man. I should go back to therapy. I have this thing I do where I lay in bed just kind of moaning, no more. It's like the closest I have to like a religious experience. Some people pray. I just like kind of lay there and moan. It's a daily thing. But yeah, therapy, man. It's good for you. I don't feel like it makes you work on the things about you that are shitty. And like, frankly, I don't think I'm a very good person. I call it being chaotic woke. You know, like I know better. Like I'm spending all my energy in just like barely maintaining a benign asshole. You know what I mean? Like, I know in my head that it's wrong if someone cuts you off in traffic to hope they fucking get in a car crash and die in a fire. Like, I know that. I understand that logically. But, like, the heart wants what the heart wants. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately,
Yeah, chaotic woke. That's what I call that. I'm doing my best, but it's barely enough. I used to live in Denver. They had these signs over the freeway, right? These Colorado Department of Transportation signs that would tell you two things. Number one was buckle your seatbelt, quit texting. Here's how many people have died so far this year. Get off your phone. And the other one was ozone warning, drive less, carpool, too many cars on the road. Well, motherfucker, I have a solution. If we just legalize DUI and turn that shit into a scoreboard. Northbound, I-25, blue Honda Civic, multi-kill. We can turn this into something fun and truly American. They had these geese in the park in Denver, right? And they were, the Parks Department was gathering them up and culling them. They're gathering them in nets and killing them and donating the meat to needy families. And people were protesting this, and I'm like, no, this is not enough. We just need to take those downtown gentrifying sons of bitches from California and Texas, because they're just like the geese. They're invasive, they're aggressive, they shit all over everything. You need to go downtown and get these Airbnb motherfuckers, round them up, and feed them to the poor. That's it's not enough. Eat the rich, they're flavorful. Flavorful. I used to live in Denver. If that wasn't obvious enough. Okay. Yeah, Denver. There's nothing weirder. I moved back during the pandemic because, I think where I hit my peak was the peak of the pandemic, and I'm grocery shopping, and it's the most stressful things. You got your mask on, and there's no, every day the numbers are climbing, and it was the summer, so it had gone down, and we thought we were through it. Suddenly it all skyrocketed again. It's very stressful, and I'm in Whole Foods. And Gwen Stefani's cover of If I Were a Rich Man came on. And I was ah! And I came back to Santa Fe. So I thought I was losing my mind. I moved to Denver because I was in a long distance relationship, which is dumb. You shouldn't do that. We were in a long distance relationship, and we wanted it to be a short distance relationship. And the distance kept getting shorter and shorter until the relationship just kind of vanished into thin air. We talked about moving in together one time and just immediately stopped having sex. It was I should have known we were doomed. We had this argument, and she was like, "You don't even want a girlfriend, do you? You just want a best friend that you can have sex with sometimes." And I was like, "Yeah, wait, what? Huh? Hold on, fuck." And then we kept dating for a month after that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a smart person. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Give it up for TJ.
Give it up for Million, everybody. Coming to the stage next, this guy came up a couple weeks ago. It was his first time. He did so good. It's Mr. Joe Wayward, everybody.
What's up, y'all? Let's get crunk, man. Let's get this motherfucker woken up a little bit, man. Little people talking in the back. Let me get their attention real quick. Anyways, who's been watching, keeping up on the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial? Talk about a fucking circus, dude. I mean, who wants to be famous anymore? I'm just waiting on a bear on a unicycle to come through there fucking clown show. And the one thing that caught my attention the most, she shit in the bed. I'm like, what are you doing? You can't shit Captain Jack Sparrow's bed, man. He's gonna go jack a ghost ship, come back and take all your fucking treasure, dude. I mean, he's suing her for $50 million. Is it 100? Oh shit, the stakes got higher, dude. Even crazier. See what I told you? He'll jack all your fucking shit. But anyway, so one of the things he tried to come back out was yeah, so he has this giant jar of cocaine just sitting on the fucking table, just all the time, just fucking party animal. And it's yeah, but you didn't shit in his bed, dude? You know what I'm saying? It's yeah, but he's drunk all the time, eating mushrooms like a fucking madman, just out of his mind. Again, you shit in his bed. Kind of trumps both those, in my opinion. And I'll tell you, I'm on Team Depp, dude. Not because I'm one of the fucking bros, not because of that. I can relate. I'm gonna take y'all on a fucking journey, dude. I had a girl shit in my bed once. She made it just through the 90-day trial. You know what I'm saying? When you're working through the 90-day probation, like, I'm good, can't get fired. She thought she fucking made it, dude. And I was like, no. So this girl shits in my bed. It wasn't a little cute little fucking turd like maybe the teacup Yorkie did it. Nope. It was like someone threw a grenade in her asshole and was like, oh shit! Boom! Fucking shit everywhere, dude. It looked like she rolled that shit like a pig on a hot summer day, dude. She had shit down her fucking cheek, on her forehead. It looked like she had war paint on, but she's ready to go on a goddamn mission, dude. So, I'm colorblind, majorly colorblind, and I walk in the fucking room. I'm sleeping on the couch. I walk in the room, and she's laying there. And I don't know what the fuck she took. We was having a couple beers the night before, and I thought it was blood. I thought she said, "Fuck this shit, I'm done," in my bed. No, she was. So the fans in there. What the fuck? I fucking panicked, dude. I'm like, oh god. I fucking started the shower. Hey. What the fuck up? Huh? What happened? You shit everywhere. That's what fucking happened. Get a shower and get the fuck out of here. Anyways, I don't know how much time I got, but that's all I got. That's all I got.
Give it up for Totally Over, everybody. What's quite funny about that is that Amber Heard tried to blame Johnny Depp's dog on that whole thing, and Johnny Depp's dog is this big, okay, and this shit was this big, so I seriously doubt it was his fucking dog. Coming to the stage next is one of our favorites here at Wayward Comedy. It's Mr. Corey Herrera, everybody. Come on up, Corey. He likes to make you wait. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you. What's up, guys? That's it. You guys good or what? I drove all the way from the res just to be here, so I hope this goes well. You know? So I come from the res, so I guess you could say I come from a very nice gated community. You know, there's a barbed wire fence around my house. You know, I'm actually 3 tribes in one. I'm Pueblo, I'm Navajo, my beard is Apache. Right? True story. Need some fucking Rogaine for my beard, man. You know? So stupid. I always know when I come off the res, because people come up and be like, "Hey, are you still selling?" You know, it's like, how dare you assume I'm selling turquoise just because I'm native, right? I work in Albuquerque, trying to get rid of this meth real quick, you know. Buy something or get out of the alley, you know. You guys like my necklace? See my necklace? Yeah. Authentic turquoise. Got it from a Filipino guy, you know. Traded it for some meth. Just kidding. I'm really trying to make that meth joke work. I had a breakfast today. I was having malto meal for breakfast. Anyone else have malto meal for breakfast? Yeah? The directions say stir it till you reach your desired thickness, you know? So I was stirring it. I stirred it for 4 days. The thickness I desire is a Latina woman, you know? With 3 kids from at least 3 different fathers. That's the thickness I desire, you know? I feel like every mechanic I've ever met is racist. They all say the same thing to me. This engine needs some work, you know? All right, well, that was great. How are you guys doing? You guys good? Yeah? What's your name, miss? Lila. Okay. What do you do for a living, Lila? Nothing. You do nothing for a living? What did you do before you were unemployed? You're a writer. Oh, that explains the unemployment. I'm just kidding. You're like novels, poetry? Novels. Okay, what's the title of a book that you've written? Pity the Beast. Pity the Beast? Oh, okay. I feel like that explains my love life. You know what I mean? Pity the Beast. Very cool. Nice. Do we have anyone here who is an artist? Any artists in the house? Woo! Oh yeah? What kind of art do you do, man? Color pencil and carving. Also unemployed. Very nice. Do you have a piece of art that's named something or? No, I just need the name, sir. I don't have that much time, otherwise we go there. You don't need to show me. Very confident in his art pieces. Very nice. Okay. I want to be an artist. I come from a very famous family of artists, you know, and my grandma's a very well-known jeweler. My uncle's very good at making pottery and storytellers. So I want to keep that tradition going, you know? So I tell dick jokes to strangers. That's my art, you know? Sitting on the plaza, that's $4.57 for the dick joke, sir, you know? Yeah, I can't tell if my art is very shitty or that abstract, you know what I mean? But what is really the difference, you know? I actually came out with this new idea. I just want to have a blank canvas and call it white power, you know? Sell it for $500,000. Buy some of my land back, you know? Anyone here work in real estate? Anyone? I'm trying to see if you have any land for sale. See how good a real estate agent you are, you know? No, actually, I'm not really an original artist. You know, I want to paint though, so I came up with some new ideas. So what I'm going to do in my artwork is I'm going to just paint famous pictures on the wall in my art. You know what I mean? But put a little twist to it. So I want to paint the Mona Lisa with some chola eyebrows. You know, a little bit more mysterious, slightly intimidating, right? I also want to paint a picture of the screamer next to like a food bill. You know, give some more context. My favorite art piece though is the girl with the pearl earring. You know. I love that art, so I'm gonna paint that, but I'm gonna give her a pearl necklace instead. You know what I mean? Yeah, someone's had a pearl necklace over there. How are you, miss? Are you good? Yes, ma'am. You good? Nice. Is this your table here? This is your table. You were gonna say tribe, weren't you? But you found yourself. I appreciate that, miss. What do you do for a living? You're a nurse. Oh, give it up for you, man. I can't talk shit about nurses. Come on, give it up for the nurse, dude. She's keeping us alive, you know? Is that your mother? Oh, grandma. I see you got some turquoise jewelry there. You know who made that? All right, let me look at it. You know, might be some from some Filipino dude, you know? All right, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys are awesome.
Thank you for everybody. Guys, thanks so much for sticking around. We've got 3 more comics tonight. First up, it's Mr. Bill Johnson, everybody.
All right. My name is Phil Johnson. It's nice to have you here. It's nice to kind of clear out the room, too. Like, you know, whenever you get up there and everybody leaves, I'm used to that. I feel comfortable now. I just did one of those DNA tests where they tell you what you are. Turns out my ancestors, 100% racist. No, I was a little bit surprised. Not for like, yeah, okay, there's no brown people. I wasn't expecting that. So you look at me, so I've got some German, right? I've got a lot of English, a lot of Welsh, a lot of Irish, and not one drop of Scottish. My ancestors just hated Scottish people. And that never occurred to me. Like I was looking into some things. One of these guys was appointed the Sheriff of Yorkshire in 1216. And the job of the Sheriff of Yorkshire in 1216 was to kill Scottish people. Like that's all we do. Like, you remember Braveheart? They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. My ancestors on the other side of the field going, never? Hold my ale. I wasn't expecting that. What else am I talking about? Oh, yes, because it's important to have things to talk about, otherwise you end up making small talk, right? You get the people who are like, oh boy, pollen count's real high today. Great, well, I guess I just will cancel everything then. I was gonna pay my mortgage, pollen count. Sorry about that. Ooh, I've been, you ever see those life hacks that people do? Life hacks, this is a new way to store your socks. I saw one today that was a life hack on how to keep half a banana fresh. Who can't eat another half a banana? What sort of psychos get like, oh, just a half a banana for me. It's a banana. I've been doing battle, but that's a good point though. Do you think they call small banana farms plantations? I've been doing battle this week. I did this thing. I tried to cancel my internet. Anybody ever done this? There's no button. I call them up on, because first you look at the website, because use the internet to cancel your internet. That's not going to work. Then I call them up and I say I'd like to cancel my internet. And all of a sudden, I feel like I'm in the middle of a Scorsese movie. Like, oh, hey, you want to cancel, huh? Well, I understand. But be ashamed if something happened to your premiums. By the way, you should look at this new modem. It's the Cadillac modem. So I got a new modem. I tried to cancel my internet. That was hard. I tried to cancel my Disney subscription because apparently being a grown man with a Disney subscription it gets weird. Especially when you don't have internet. That gets real weird. But and so you cancel it and you get the email. Oh, we're so sorry to see you go. Let us know if you ever want to come back. That's nice. A day later, I get a second email like, listen, we're concerned that you haven't gotten back to us about re-subscribing to Disney. Call Jeff, here's his home number. If you need to. Okay. 2 days later, I get one that says, we're really worried about you. Just imagine you're walking home late at night and out of the bushes jumps a evil being and you're paralyzed with fear and you fall down and start crying and people are seeing it and walking by and they're all pointing and laughing. And so let us know if you want to re-up on Disney. All right, folks, my name's been Joe John.
Give it up for Bill Johnson, everybody. Oh, folks, I set this up perfectly because the last two comics tonight are these two beautiful women, and that just makes me feel special for some reason, like I'm in between them. Coming to the stage next, one of my favorite people in the world. I love her so much. It's Miss Isabel Madley, everybody.
I love you too, TJ. In a deeper way. He's not making eye contact. It got more uncomfortable for everybody else. It was supposed to be uncomfortable for him. First of all, I'm going to talk a little more about Amber Heard. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. You talked about Amber Heard. He talks about how she shit the bed. I also heard that there was a potential that it was her friend that shit the bed for her. Because it was this weekend she was away at Coachella, but that's almost even crazier. Who is this friend? Girl, can you do me a solid? Literally. With friends like those, who needs enemas? That didn't deserve that. But she's kind of a trailblazer. You have to respect her a little bit because she's kind of paving the way for a whole new generation of shitty women, It's kind of a feminist statement. Women can be pieces of shit too. Yes, girl boss, let's see. I'm gonna do just a bunch of untried bits tonight because I haven't been in a little bit. Million was talking about road rage. I have road rage too about a lot of things, but I also have the wimpiest car horn. I drive a 2005 Honda Civic, and if I'm behind someone or someone cuts me off, I'm like, "Excuse me." blare it. That's if I lean on the horn. Otherwise, it's just like. So like a little one. The wimpy car horn does not go well with road rage, and I'm also not the type of person I can lean out the window and shout at people. I do think driving is funny because there's this sense of where we're always worried that like other people are watching us, which we are. I think the people who do watch other people in cars. Have you ever seen someone picking their nose in the car? And like some people have tinted windows, and the people who do that do not. Like we can all see you, you know. But have you ever pulled up to a stoplight and then the light turns green and then you suddenly like just get the very strong sense that the guy next to you is trying to race you? Because you start to go and then they're just like trying to like keep neck and neck and suddenly it's like someone rolled down their window and they're like, it's 1950s greaser movie and they're like, hey buddy, let's rumble. And you're just like pulling out. And on the other hand, are there any people in this room? It's New Mexico. Are there any of you who are that guy? You are trying to race, aren't you? Statistically, there are some people in this room who absolutely are the other side of the coin, who make the rest of us paranoid because they are like, yeah, fuck this tongue and fuck this Celica. I have better E6 than them. Let's see, I'm paranoid about a lot of things. Yeah, I saw a bumper sticker recently that really upset me. I pulled up behind someone at a stoplight, and their bumper sticker said, I love cops.
Boo.
Okay, like, you know what, I expected to see the thin blue line thing. I was like, all right, motherfucker, you fucking fascist, you fucking bootlicker, why don't you go suck a cop's dick? You love cops so much, fuck. And I pulled up closer and I realized the bumper sticker said, I love co-ops. Which did make a lot more sense in the Trader Joe's parking lot. Okay. What else do I worry about? Oh, I worry about things that I really have no like reason to be worried about, like things that aren't ever going to be problems. I think Million, you have a good bit about this. Yeah, where you like it's called ADD, it's called anxiety, it's called being a millennial who had too much invested in their future, and then that future didn't really pan out. You know, and your brain just doesn't know what to do with all that. Yeah, true. That was too real. It was off the cuff too. That was the sad part about that statement. It was totally yeah. But it's that thing where you're constantly, you know, worried about things that are never going to be a reality. So for me, it's like I would love to be a famous musician, but what if you become so famous, one of your songs gets used in a viral TikTok? What if your song that you like worked so hard on and poured your soul into is used? It like turns into like, oh no, oh, it turns into that song. That's your life's work, and it's like it's a fucking TikTok, you know, format. Exactly. I hear someone like, no, as a musician, they're like, no. The shitty thing is that's a cool song too. That's like a cool Shangri-La song from the 60s, but everyone knows that one part, and it's ruined forever. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, this one's a weird one. I think that a movie date is a really bad choice for a first date. And not for all the reasons you think. Like, first of all, you're sitting next to someone, you're not really talking, and that's kind of a weird way to like bond with someone. Plus there's this like weird pressure to hold hands, even if you're not like on that level yet. I went on one of these dates recently, and it was really nice and everything, but I realized the worst reason is if you get popcorn, you are going to show the most feral version of yourself that exists. Do you know what I'm talking about? You are turned into the most depraved person on the planet when you eat popcorn. Why do we all eat popcorn with like the largest handful and you're just like shove as much as you possibly can? Is it because it's like lightweight, you want to dominate it, you just try to shove it in? They look over and they're seeing you like, you know, boa constrictor, like until your jaw to try to shove. And face it, you're all sluts for popcorn. You know you are. We all are popcorn sluts. I'll leave it on that. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Oh wait, also, wait, come here. We're gonna do some shameless self-promotion. We are Wayward Comedy. We are up against Meow Wolf for Best Art Collective. Did you guys hear they're opening not one but 2 locations in Texas? Yeah, so vote for us instead of Meow Wolf. And there may or may not be some comics in this room who are up for Best Comic for the Santa Fe Reporters. So there are actually 3 comics in this room. Yeah. Best DJ! Yeah. And Best DJ, your boy Reflex. There we go.
That wasn't awkward at all. Oh, Isabel Madley. If I was 20 years younger, she would still reject me. Coming to the stage next, our final comic for the evening. She's great. She's so funny. It's Georgina Hahn, everybody. Come on up, Georgina. Headliner.
traveler. Like, I feel like my approach to traveling is just very carefree. If you couldn't tell, I live a carefree lifestyle. I just like cannot get through security. I think if I wasn't high, I would do better. But I don't dress down. Like, I do not sacrifice the opportunity for a great outfit at the airport. I would pretty much wear this except socks that say keep calm and call mom. Nothing says you have a bomb like socks that say that. So yeah, I'm like a risky kind of traveler, just kind of like jump around. I've started like very comfortably bringing weed through security. Anyone else? Maybe I shouldn't say this on the internet, but like, fuck me up. Yeah, I found a tampon is a great spot for a joint. Just take out, because organic matter shows up the same. Cotton, weed, come on. Okay, well, yeah, so I got this, it's like wedding season. Anyone going to a wedding soon? I prepared this hair for a conservative first impression. Yeah, I'm a little anxious about traveling because I have to go all the way to Boston. So hopefully my mom won't murder me. She's like pretty conservative. But you know, I want to be there for my brother. I really want to see him use a fake ID at his own wedding because he's 20. I'm just like curious how that's gonna go down. But like, I love him. You know what? Okay, I want to say this. Like, I do. I really want the like intention of supporting him, even though I've spent like the past like 2+ years unpacking why I trust the white man. But like seriously, I do want to show for him. He's getting married in part because his lady is like 8 months older. So like a year, I guess. Whatever. She's gonna be an officer and he's still a plebe. So they can't fraternize. Like, I just love how the military like uses fraternize to imply a romantic relationship. Like, I just like, you can, yeah, figure out like what that means. So I actually rejected being a bridesmaid. I kind of just didn't want to do it, but I did write a song. Do you guys want to hear it? Okay. 20 years old, I'm smoking weed, riding trains in European cities. If I got married to the guy I fucked, then I'd be living in Paris, playing pretend. Wait till you're older, when the good times are over. You'll realize monogamy is an unpredictable expectation and unreality. Congratulations. Yeah, I was gonna like, oh my god. Okay. Well, so like, you know, travel. It's gonna be a lot. I'm going back as like, you know, my authentic self. You know, my like traveling, like transient self. And you know, I'm just worried because like, you know, I was recently traveling in LA, and I got my bag stolen, but I chased him down in a bikini. And I was frightened, but I looked amazing. And as I was running, I was like, fuck, like, am I gonna like tackle this guy? And inside of the bag was like weed, like $10 cash, like my friend's house key. But I left my wallet in the car because I was like ready to be robbed, you know, like watch out. So I chased the guy down. I'm like running. I'm like, you know what? Am I gonna like tackle him? Like, how is this gonna end? And so I was like, there's only $10. I'll give it to you. Like, you know, and so like I meet the thief, you know, this black energy, like very scary. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna like match with compassion. So like give him money, like look him in the eye, you know, and because I know what happens like when like white men get angry. They make rules. Yeah, they make rules, and you know, they don't ask, don't tell about fraternization. They don't say gay to students, and they don't even know how to make women come. And you know, if they do last long enough to get her pregnant, they make her keep it as evidence. So, thank you so much.
Folks, before you run off into the night, we got something special coming up next, okay? But before that, I just wanted to give it up for all the comedians that came out tonight, okay? Yeah, they were terrific, weren't they? Give it up for JD and Giselle back there taking care of us all night, and Shirley Brewery. And give it up for this person right here. She is the MVP of the audience tonight. Okay? Every time I looked over, she was having a great time, lifting everybody up. So our good friends Phil Johnson and Jesse Lee are going to do something special now, a little improv thing, and Evan Galbert. So stick around for a few minutes, okay? We're starting right now.
We'll just step up to whoever wants to. We're gonna have to use some theater voices today. You guys know your theater voices? Phil? Theater voices?
Who's ever heard of a theater voice?
Hey, hijacking the show for a little bit of an improv game. This game is called Sex With Me. Keep it in your pants. Sex With Me is played like this. One of us will take a suggestion from the audience. It can be an object, maybe a profession, maybe a location. Keep it reasonable. Make it not sexual in nature. And we will tell you why such a subject is like having sex with one of us. All right? Yeah, man. So let's get it going. Let me hear a suggestion. Baloney! Sex with me is like baloney.
Sex with me is like baloney because baloney is really force meat.
Yeah, sex with me like baloney because you can get it for $1.25 at the gas station.
Sex with me is like baloney because it comes pre-sliced.
Sex with me is like baloney because it's kind of greasy.
Sex with me like baloney because it's mostly lips and assholes.
Let's go another suggestion. Another suggestion, please. Oreos. Sex with me is like Oreos.
Because it's double stuffed.
Sex with me is like Oreos because the best part is the creamy stuff.
Sex with me is like Oreos because I'm really sweet.
Sex with me is like Oreos because you're going to want me dumped in milk.
Sex with me is like Oreos because it comes in a sleeve.
What else? Let's get another suggestion. Anybody else got another suggestion? Meow wolf. Meow wolf. Sex with me is like meow wolf because honestly, it's better when there's more people involved.
Sex with me is like meow wolf because you'll feel like you paid too much.
Sex with me is like meow wolf because like the lights aren't bright enough and it really sucks.
Sex with me is like meow wolf because you want to touch everything, you know?
Sex with me is like meow wolf because apparently everyone's gone there but no one wants to go back.
Sex with me is like meow wolf because the artist gets fucked.
Sex with me is like meow wolf because you shouldn't vote it best in Santa Fe.
Let's do one more suggestion. Please, someone, suggestion. Raccoons.
Because of the hair, I guess.
Sex with me is like raccoons because you leave with two dark eyes. Sex with me is like a raccoon because you might catch a disease. Sex with me is like a raccoon because you probably found me in the trash.
It's like raccoons because I love rooting around in garbage.
All right, thank you everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Wayward Comedy. We are here every week until the end of time, every Wednesday. So come on back. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. You've been a fantastic crowd. Be brave. Come on up next week. We'll let you up here. Thanks a lot.
That's a good way.